Have you ever seen the flutter of a bird's wings? It's this repetition, an endless movement to stay afloat. My life has been a struggle, it's been tough. I've had the best of it and the worst of it. No matter what I did or who I talked to, it was a downward spiral that dug me deeper underground. Under the dirt of the world's pressures, I was trapped. I couldn't tell whether I was unsatisfied with what I had or unsatisfied with what I didn't have. All I knew was that I had lost hope in all the things that I loved. My dad ran away for nights, stumbling in the front door on Sunday afternoons with the stench of vodka from his breath. My mom, with her swollen eyes, wouldn't even look up at him. It had just become routine. She would just stare blankly at the kitchen marble counters and stretch her sleeves to cover the bruises. The connection was gone. Her pain bathed our house with shame, and his numbness made everything worse. There was no turning back from the mistakes my dad had made. It left my family breathless. I could only watch as a helpless bystander as this destructive father sucked the life out of me. However, there was a silver lining in my life. Asad, my 5-year-old brother. His happiness was infectious, his questions inquisitive. His shaggy brown hair, food-covered clothes, and fluttering Superman cape always made my mom's stern face light up. My mom's bruises were nothing more than blue and purple crayon markings to him. My mom was helpless against my dad, but she did her best to hide my dad's flaws. Asad didn't have a care in the world, and it eased our worries just observing him. He kept me sane. He kept meaning in my life. We tell people that it was an accident, that it was a simple misfortune, but the truth still hurts. My dad had to babysit one day, a mistake in hindsight, and he couldn't even do that. Asad always took interest in the most dangerous things. You know how kids are, they'll drink anything. We always told him the liquids under the sink were bad for him and he wasn't to touch them. It was just lying there within his grasp. My dad in his drunken haze didn't see what was going on. We found him halfway from the empty bottle to the sofa. It was evident that he tried to get help to no avail. The poison filled his lungs. The innocent smile that gave me hope, the unbound joy that lined me up, the simplicity of his thought, it all disappeared. It all disappeared from my life, never to enter it again. People told me to turn to God in my struggles, but my relationship with Islam was shaky. I loved Islam at one point, but to me it felt as if it didn't reciprocate. When I prayed, all that crossed my mind was whether I would grow up to be my dad. My prayer seemed lost in translation, yet I carried on. But hope can only last for so long. You know that falling feeling you get in a dream? Islam kept me dreaming, and when I made it clear I would have no more, I woke, sweating, panting for relief. It was soon after that I broke the sliver of connection I had with my religion and my God. It was soon after that I decided that life was like a broken bird awaiting its inevitable death.
So, what was it that changed your mind?
I don't know. I felt scared. I wasn't as sure of it as I was the days before. I mean, the sadness was still there, but There was a feeling that everything might be okay, it might work out somehow. You know what I mean? There was a feeling that the things I loved would come back to me. I felt as if Asim's death wasn't really the end. A flood of unfamiliar emotions overtook me. Before those prying feelings, I was set on committing the act. I told myself there was no holding back, but that morning I did something different, something I hadn't done in years. I went back to the routine of years ago. I didn't think, I just did. My plans were still set, but I prayed Fajr for the first time in years. As the day went on, as I slowly worked myself up to do it, doubt began to enter my heart, as well as hope.
Just because